Hook, stop what you're doing and stay with me. This story will grab you from the first second, and you'll want to see every shocking twist. The sun burned low over the endless prairie, casting long, jagged shadows across the dry earth when Tom Harlan, a weathered rancher with hands scarred from decades of toil, spotted her. A young woman, barely out of her teens, was struggling with a heavy chest atop a broken wagon wheel. Dust swirled around her, tangling in her dark hair, her eyes wide with fear. Tom's instincts screamed that she was in trouble, but nothing in his long years could have prepared him for the urgency he felt. As he spurred his horse forward, hooves pounding against the hard ground, he saw the danger approaching, a group of men on horseback, shouting and brandishing weapons, kicking up a cloud of dust that spread like a wall across the horizon. The girl stumbled and fell, and Tom acted without hesitation, catching her arm and pulling her toward his horse. Her chest pressed against his as he steadied her trembling body, and she gasped, voice barely audible over the wind. "Please, you have to help me. They'll take it all." Before she could finish, one of the riders let out a cruel laugh that made Tom's blood run cold. He shoved the girl behind the wagon for cover, heart pounding. He had faced rustlers, wild animals, and gunfights, but the desperation in her eyes struck him deeper than any bullet ever could. Tom's grip on the reins tightened as he scanned the land, thinking fast. The outlaws were closing in, but so was an opportunity. With a sudden shout, the girl pointed at the chest and cried, "Push harder right there." Confused at first, Tom quickly realized she meant the chest itself, urging him to shift it in a way that revealed a hidden compartment. Sweat poured down his forehead as he strained against the weight, and when it finally clicked open, his eyes widened in shock. Inside were letters, coins, and a map. Secrets of a hidden fortune that could change everything. The girl's relief was almost palpable. "You found it?" she whispered, trembling. But the moment of triumph was fleeting. The outlaws were closing fast, and Tom had no choice but to mount his horse, chest pressed against his side, the girl clinging tightly as they raced across the prairie. Dust stung his eyes, wind tore at his clothes, and every heartbeat screamed danger. And as they charged, Tom felt a shiver of something far stranger than fear. A premonition that the secret they had uncovered would leave him frozen in shock, caught in a web far larger than he could imagine. Call to action. If you're already hooked, don't forget to like the story and subscribe to follow the twists coming up next. The outlaws' shouts grew louder as the pair sped across the endless plains, dust blinding and sharp beneath the scorching sun. Tom's horse struggled against the uneven ground, but he pressed harder, knowing that stopping was not an option. Behind them, the men pursued relentlessly, eyes gleaming with greed and malice. The girl clutched the chest, her fingers trembling, and muttered, "They can't get it. It's our only chance." Tom kept scanning the terrain, looking for any advantage. He spotted a narrow ravine that could buy them some distance, a shortcut through terrain only he knew well. "Hold on tight," he shouted as he guided the horse toward it. The outlaws tried to cut them off, shouting threats, but Tom twisted and turned with precision, the horse leaping over rocks and brushing against thorn bushes. A sudden shout from the girl startled him. "Tom, push harder, the chest!" It dawned on him that the chest's hidden compartment needed to be shifted mid-ride to unlock another set of crucial items, letters detailing crimes, betrayals, and clues that could expose a dangerous gang operating in secret. His heart raced as he worked against time, unlocking secrets while keeping the girl and horse alive. Then a bullet ricocheted from a nearby rock, a deafening crack that shook the air around them. Instinct overrode fear. He dug his heels into the horse, pushing it faster, plunging through a creek to throw off their pursuers. Water splashed, horse hooves slipped, yet the girl collapsed from exhaustion atop him. Panic surged, but Tom lifted her, gripping the reins with one hand and the chest with the other, muscles straining beyond endurance. As the sun sank lower, casting eerie shadows, they glimpsed Salvation's, an old homestead hidden behind a ridge. Tom's relief was short-lived. Danger wasn't gone. The chest's secrets could destroy powerful men, and the outlaws weren't finished yet. With each step, the tension grew. adrenaline mixing with the shock of the secrets revealed inside the chest. A truth that would leave Tom frozen and questioning everything he thought he knew about the land he had called home. The homestead loomed ahead, a safe haven in a world of chaos, but safety was temporary. Tom set the girl gently on the porch, heart hammering. The chest rested beside them, its hidden contents spilling a history of corruption, betrayal, and murder among the town's most respected families. The girl's eyes were full of urgency. "They'll come for this," she said. Tom nodded, scanning the horizon. The letters confirmed what he had feared. The outlaws had allies in law enforcement, powerful men who would stop at nothing to retrieve what they had lost. His chest tightened as he realized the enormity of the danger. And then the unthinkable struck him. The girl was the daughter of his oldest friend, presumed dead years ago in a raid. Recognition and relief collided with shock in his chest. He embraced her tightly, whispering her name, overwhelmed by the impossible twist. Her hands gripped his coat as she whispered, "You found me and the truth." The chest, once merely a burden, had become a symbol of hidden justice, a tool that could unravel decades of lies and put their lives in peril. Tom understood that survival required courage, wit, and trust, and in that moment, the weight of the past and the uncertainty of the future pressed down on him like the unrelenting prairie sun. Night fell, blanketing the homestead in darkness, but danger never slept. Tom barricaded doors and windows, the chest secured in the cellar, letters burning in his mind. Hours later, hoofbeats echoed through the night, returning outlaws, reckless and enraged. Tom and the girl held their ground, using traps, knowledge of the terrain, and sheer grit to turn the tables. The confrontation was chaotic, men tumbling, weapons discharged, the prairie silent once more except for the wind through the grass. When it ended, only silence remained. Tom's chest heaved as he glanced at the girl, eyes wide with exhaustion and triumph. "We did it," he whispered. She smiled, tears glinting in the moonlight. "We did, and nothing will ever be the same." Tom stared at the chest, a strange mixture of fear, hope, and shock washing over him. Within it lay a legacy, a power to reveal hidden truths, and a responsibility heavier than any gun he had ever wielded. He realized that the chase, the danger, and the adrenaline had only been the beginning. They were bound now by fate, secrets, and survival, and the horizon, though calm for the moment, promised more trials ahead. Outro call to action. If this story gripped you from start to finish, hit like and subscribe. You won't want to miss the next twist waiting just over the horizon.